Hi friends, welcome to the Sunday Morning Live Puppets again. This play is called The Terrible Parable.
Well, that was just wrong. Did you hear today's scripture? Were you listening?
I was paying attention. It was about mustard seeds.
She's right. It was about the way that Jesus taught his disciples.
Exactly. And she said it was terrible.
I don't think that's true, Karen.
Kim is right. I was paying attention and no one said anything was terrible.
Don't tell me what I heard. I clearly heard her say that Jesus would teach his disciples by telling them something terrible.
Not terrible, Karen. He would tell them a parable. That's a story that is used to illustrate a story or a lesson.
I always like a good fable.
Grandma, not fable.
A parable uses people, human characters in it. Fables use animals, inanimate objects, pretend characters, like Aesop's fables.
You want us to sit at a table?
Grandma, you don't have your hearing aid in, do you?
I think I look younger without them.
No wonder you heard the scripture wrong.
Well, that terrible parable thing wasn't the only thing that got my goat.
What else did you hear that you thought was inaccurate?
Well, the whole bit about sowing mustard seeds. That would be impossible. I am an excellent seamstress, but it would be impossible to put a hole in those tiny mustard seeds. I think instead of sewing them, I would use spray glue and just throw them on.
I didn't hear anything about sowing mustard seeds.
Karen, wrong sowing. This one is spelled with an O, and it means to scatter seeds.
The older I get and the more words that I learn, it all gets more and more confusing. I think when I get to be your age, Grandma, my brain will be full.
I always say that age only matters if you are cheese.
Okay, let's take another look at the parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field. Though it is the smallest of seeds when it grows, it's the largest of garden plants and becomes a tree, so that birds come and sit in its branches.
Wow, it's hard to believe those tiny seeds will grow up into a tree.
The trees can grow up to be 10 feet tall. Pretty amazing, isn't it?
That's what people say about me.
Jack, no they don't. You are a dreamer.
It's true. When Dad saw my report card and it wasn't all C's, he told me that I was amazing for managing not to get any A's or B's. Amazing. That's me.
That's nothing to be proud of.
I read another interesting fact about mustard seeds. Broccoli, cauliflower, turnips, and cabbage are cousins.
Those cousins would be welcome in my house.
Some believe that mustard is an immunity booster, good for clearing your sinuses, curing toothaches, hair growth stimulant, and on and on. Mustard is an amazing plant. There's even a National Mustard Day, August 3rd.
When I was in grade school, there was a girl in my class who wore a poultice of mustard and spices around her neck to ward off sickness. She wore it 24 hours a day from Thanksgiving until Easter. By spring, the girl had a pretty potent aroma surrounding her.
The oldest reference to mustard is in a story in India in the 5th century BC, but the Romans were the first to use it as a condiment.
I always appreciate a compliment. Thank you.
Grandma!
They mixed unfermented grape juice with ground mustard seeds. Today, the ground, cracked, or bruised mustard seeds are mixed with water, vinegar, lemon juice, wine, and flavorings and spices to create a paste or a sauce.
That doesn't sound very appetizing.
I know that you both like mustard on your hot dogs. I always think French's is the best. It's so foreign and exotic.
Oh, I didn't know that we were talking about that kind of mustard, the hot dog kind.
There are so many different kinds of mustard, and it's eaten all over the world. There is even a mustard museum in Middleton, Wisconsin.
That would be fun and exciting to visit. Remember when we went to the Coke World in Atlanta? We got to taste Coke from all over the world. Wouldn't it be fun to taste hundreds and hundreds of kinds of mustard?
Ew!
One of the most interesting facts about the mustard that you have in your refrigerator is the fact that it will never truly spoil.
Ooh!
Well, in fact, you don't even have to refrigerate it. The flavor may decline over time and it might not have as much kick, but it stays edible.
I will pass on that idea.
Mustard seeds can be a very powerful lesson for how to live your life.
I get it. We will have a good life if we spend time every day planting mustard seeds. Some things that you do will be big.
And some will be tiny, but they will all make a difference in the world.
Not real mustard seeds, but deeds and ideas.
That's right. You will find yourself in a rich garden of life. If you plant mustard seeds, positive things will happen. They might not happen immediately. Sometimes the seeds you plant take a while to germinate.
Learn something new. Take a class. Learn a new hobby. Explore your corner of the world.
Or beyond.
Simplify your life. Figure out new ways to simplify things that you do regularly. Organize your workspace, kitchen, closet. A better system will give you time for things that you enjoy.
Engage with people in new settings. Join clubs. Volunteer. Widen your circle. Build new relationships. Plant seeds of friendship.
Practice a skill. It could be writing, bowling, public speaking, etc. Anything you do that's not as well as you would like. Plant the seed to be better.
Be brave and challenge yourself to eat healthier. Every time you eat a healthy meal, it's another mustard seed.
Plant more kindness seeds. Be a good listener. Give someone a helping hand. Be someone's light on a dark day.
If someone does something nice for you, plant a seed of kindness. Don't email them. Send a handwritten note. It will say that you took the extra step and that you care.
If you have children in your life,
Sweet and
Wonderful children.
like us.
Show that child that you really care for them. Teach them something new. Spend time with them. Make a difference.
You have countless opportunities in your life to plant mustard seeds.
Many of them will sprout over time, bringing great things into your life.
but none of them will sprout if you never take the effort to plant the seeds in the first place.
Plant mustard seeds and let your light shine. Be the sun in someone else's storm. It's part of why you're here.
There's light buried in your soul, the same light that gives life to everything around you.
When you see yourself in everything, in the light rising through the curtains and the stars studded in the sky, the world is a better place.
Things are a little less dark. You remember how strong and resilient you are because your life, you're here, and you've got stardust in you.
So when life feels too hard and the world feels hopeless, take heart. The best gift you can give everyone around you is your own courage to shine, to help, to rise, to be true to who you want to be, to love, even still.
Take heart, because what's inside is the most powerful force in the universe. Call it light, call it potential, Call it whatever feels right to you.
The choice is up to you today.
Are you going to plant the seeds for your future?
Will you use your light to plant a forest of seeds?
All that it takes is a little bit of faith.
And a tiny, tiny seed.
Inside of it, there's a plan.
A hope, a dream of great possibilities.
Within a small seed of faith resides all the power of God.
So if you see someone falling behind, walk beside them.
Plant the seed.
If you see someone being ignored, find a way to include them.
Plant the seed.
If someone has been knocked down, lift them up.
Plant the seed. Always remind people of their worth.
Plant the seed. One small act could mean the world to them.
Plant the seed.
Water it carefully, lovingly.
And then let God take control.